Hi guys, so as you can see I started my trip in Houston and I waited for my train to go to Holmes Chapel. My first train was heading to Liverpool and then I had to take another train to go to Holmes Chapel. The trains were really nice and very comfortable. It was my first time traveling by train and I really liked my experience. I liked seeing cows and seeing horses and sheep, so that was really nice. It took 2 hours and a half, but it went by pretty quickly. I had lunch and then I read for most of the ride. So then I got on the second train, which took about 10 minutes to head to Holmes Chapel. And I finally arrived in Harry's little hometown. When I arrived at this train station, I saw I could write a note for Harry, but it was really unfortunate because I went on a Sunday and it was closed. So I was pretty sad, but then I had a little day trip planned and that was not going to stop me. So I started walking and I headed to the one and only, the bakery. And of course, because it was a Sunday, that was also closed. I almost cried, but then I was like, this is not gonna ruin my day. So I looked inside and I could see a baby Harry, which was freaking cute. I wanted to buy a bag for a friend, but I couldn't because it was closed, but then it was still nice to see everything. I also saw a store that sold a different One Direction and Harry Styles themed merch. It was wonderful and very painful to look from outside because once again that was closed. I then started walking to head to the one and only Harry wall, which is very iconic, and I was really looking forward to that, and that couldn't be closed because that's literally outside. The walk was wonderful, kind of a little hike at some point. It was pretty challenging, especially because I was wearing a skirt, but then it was really fun and the weather was wonderful, so I can't complain. It was actually so hot at some point. I just wanted to go for a swim in that little river because I saw some people swimming. In Harry we trust because where the fuck am I? Girl, am I even supposed to be here? What is this, some kind of hike? Well, seeing Harry's wall so close and being so tiny next to it made me feel so emotional. It was beautiful to see everyone's little messages and rocks and gifts and drawings. No, it was so pretty. I was amazed. Then I did a little watercolor, and some stranger passed by and took a picture of me, which was really nice of him. And he told me he went to high school with Harry. He wasn't in the same grade, but still, that's crazy. I honestly stayed there for a while. It felt really good to honestly connect with nature and be next to an iconic landmark. So I read some messages which were honestly so crazy and thoughtful, and everything made me so emotional. Seeing Liam things made me tear up. So that was amazing, the highlight of my day. And then I kept walking to discover his little hometown. After being in London for so long, it felt really good to reconnect with nature, which sounds very random. I couldn't visit Holmes Chapel without visiting his house, which is where he grew up. And then since the town is so small, I walked past the bakery again, and then I noticed some little hairy face in a window, which was adorable. I saw some little donkeys. And unfortunately, I had to say goodbye to Harry, but then I noticed some other Harrys inside the little train station that of course was closed, but still was wonderful to see them from outside. There were so many pictures. I was sad to leave, but then I had such a good day. The weather was wonderful, and I got to visit his hometown, which was wonderful. And then I took the train, and then another train, and I read during both these rides, and I drew a little, and I had such a good time. Honestly, so worth visiting.